Coming in hot from Arizona, this is Trevor
and Troy Howard.
And you're on So Tell Us Time. You can have everything you want in your business. Sometimes you just need a little help.
Every business owner would love to charge more for their services, but sometimes you can sacrifice long-term loyalty for a short-term profit.
Creating the right rituals is key to your business having success.
Are you tired of competing with your competitors? Guess what? You don't have to compete if you create.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of So Tell Us Time. A little bit of housekeeping up front. Yes, there was not an episode last week. Unfortunately, Troy and I were off to an event in Fort Worth, Texas, and I thought maybe we'd even be able to record one remotely, get something up for you guys. Unfortunately, I never even made it to the event. We got to Texas, we got to the hotel, and then I went straight into the emergency room and then was on to the hospital for the duration of the entire event. So we had to end up flying Nick out to the event. Some of you guys were there, I'm sure, and wondering, where's Trevor? Where's Trevor? Everybody kept asking, where's Trevor to Troy? And so Nick and Troy ran that event and did a killer job. But I do apologize. There was nothing that I could do. I was hospitalized, so I couldn't record anything. I couldn't get anything uploaded. Couldn't even let you guys know. So, but I am back and I'm in AZ and I'm doing better and I'm getting better and didn't end up having to have emergency surgery. So that was awesome. And, so a lot of people were asking what happened. I ended up with like a twisted gut, a small intestine, a twist in my small intestine. Apparently it's very dangerous. And so it can be life-threatening and all sorts of complications. But after 5 days, everything worked out just fine. I came home, no surgery, no complications. And now I just am trying to get back to normal is what's happening. So anyways, we're excited to be back. I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to be here and not hospitalized. That's awesome. But we're going to have a great episode for you guys today. So one of the things I think I'm going to do too, real quick too, is if we're going to miss an episode or anything like that, I'm going to update it on the Instagram page. So if you're following the Instagram page, So Tell Us Time, I'll make sure that we get an update on there that we're not going to have an episode that week, whatever that week is. Try to give some more information. I would have posted about what was happening to me, but honestly, I was just in excruciating pain. So I was just trying to get through. Okay, so today's episode, awesome. Today we're talking about where are your customers? Where are they? Well, one of the things that we do when we go into a business and we do consulting with them, one of the first things we ask them is, do you have a CRM? And a lot of times I'm shocked to find out that people are like, what's a CRM? What do I even, I'm not quite sure. I don't know. And well, how do you manage your customers? How do you track them? How do you make notes about them? How does your staff and team, communicate with them? Keep track of them, make notes with them, do billing with them. Those are all kind of examples of how you'd be, tracking these customers with maybe a CRM. A lot of people are still doing things like spreadsheets or straight up old paper files. And one of the things about that is it's time to get into the, 21st century here. It's time to move forward. And so we're going to be going over, do you need a CRM? And is it important for your business to have a CRM? So this is going to be a really good one. You guys are going to want to pay attention. Trust me, even if you already have a CRM, you're going to want to pay attention to this. Make sure that yours CRM is doing everything that we're talking about today and that it's an effective CRM for you. So Troy, go ahead, jump in. Let's do this.
All right. So again, we're just going to talk about what is a CRM. For those of you who don't know, CRM actually stands for Customer Relationship Management. So it's a platform that's basically going to house and manage all of your customer information all in one place. And that's what a CRM. It's a platform that you're going to pay for to manage all that information. Now, let's talk about the functions of a CRM, because it's more than just a place where your customer information goes. You don't just have you're going to have your first name, your last name, their, phone number, their email, their address that they live at, things like that. It's going to house that information, but your CRM should be doing so much more than just that. So we're going to talk about some of the different functions that you could get out of a CRM that could really help you with your business and help grow your business. One of those functions, first and foremost, is lead capture, right? So anytime that you get a new lead coming in, whether you're doing pay-per-click ads, whether you're doing mailers, no matter where it is, you should have those leads going into a centralized place so that you can then manage those leads. So it's important that you have that CRM to capture those leads and then all in one place. Because again, we've talked about many times that, you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. So you shouldn't just have one form of marketing that's bringing in all your leads. And if you have multiple forms of marketing, then you don't want to be out there managing those in different places, right? You don't want to have to go and log in over here to check out what, mailer stuff happened, and then go over here and check out your Facebook stuff, and then go over here and check out your Google ads, right? You want one place where all of those leads are going to go in, and then you and your team can manage those leads from there. You also want to be able to manage the lead journey, meaning, and I know we all wish it was this way, that a lead would just come in, we would pick up the phone and call them, and then boom, we would close the job, right? That would be awesome. If it was a one-step journey, life would be amazing.
And to be honest, though, Troy, sometimes it is like that, right? Sometimes it is like that. And unfortunately, a lot of businesses, especially the ones wearing all the hats, and they've got to switch hats to, get everything done. Unfortunately, a lot of times for those businesses, that's the only business that they're actually doing, that they're actually getting, when they could be getting so much more business, which is what you're about to talk about with a CRM and how that can help. But that's the thing, is like some of these businesses, some of our listeners right now are thinking, yeah, that's kind of how it works for me. But are you, when you think of that and you're like, well, haha, I'm doing awesome, are you busier than you can handle? Because if the answer is no, then that's not awesome. It's great, but you need something in place to help you close more, right?
Exactly. Like if you were closing 9 out of 10 people that way with one phone call and it was done, that'd be amazing. But odds are you might be closing 2 or 3 out of 10 with just one phone call, but you're missing out on the other 7 or 8 that, with a little bit of follow-up, right, a little bit of a journey, you could close those as well. So we talk about your lead journey, right? What journey does that lead go through until they get closed? Right. And your CRM can be a great way to manage that journey that they go through and help you as a business owner or your sales team stay on track of what you should be doing to walk those leads through that journey. Another big part of a CRM is, like we talked about, it's your customer information management, right? You're going to have everything about all of your customers in that CRM. It's going to be at your fingertips so that you or your team can access that information at any time. So that's really important. Making sure that your team's all on the same page, right? You don't want one person in your company contacting a customer and then 30 minutes later, somebody else contacts them for the very same thing. And they're going, why are you calling me twice? Like, don't you guys talk? And it's like, no, we don't talk. We're out running around doing the business. So your CRM helps you manage that information. Another big part of a CRM is task management as well. Being able to assign tasks to your team, or even assign tasks to yourself, and making sure that those tasks get done. So a good CRM is going to have task management in there. And then customer notes, being able to make notes and track what has happened with your customers in the past and be able to go back and reference them as well. Especially as your team grows and you get more and more people. I can't tell you how important it is every time we are going to touch one of our customers, connect with one of our customers. The first thing we do is we look at the customer notes and we say, all right, who last talked to this customer? What did they say? What did they do? So we know exactly where we are and what needs to be done next, no matter who is helping that customer. So those are kind of the functions of a CRM that you should be looking for. Now, the next question is, why should you use a CRM? We kind of answered a lot of that here, but we'll go through a couple more answers. One of the biggest reasons why you want to use a CRM is all your customer info is in one place. Mm-hmm. You don't have to go from folder to folder to phone records to, spreadsheets to figure out what's going on. It's also a centralized history of your customer interactions. And we talked about how important that is, right? Knowing exactly what's happened with that customer. And that's also really great when you get that ornery customer and they're like, your person said this, or they promised me this, right? When you have notes and you can go back and actually look at what your team did and be able to respond to that person, no, right here on this day, we called you and this is what we talked about, So
Right.
very important there. And then, of course, lead management. That's the biggest one, right? If you're out there paying for marketing and you're bringing in leads, you need to make sure that you get every single lead and every single sale that you possibly can. So managing those leads is really important.
And that's what
another
I'm gonna
big
jump
part
in real quick,
yeah.
Troy. And that's what I was talking about for like all my listeners who are wearing all the hats. You might be closing the deals and you're thinking this is great, but that's what I'm talking about is what a CRM can do for you is that lead management, some of that follow up, the follow through that you're not able to do all on your own, which is like imperative. It can take a business. A lot of times clients will come to us and say, hey, I just want to double my business. And we're like, hey, that's actually easy. For them, they don't know how, but for us, working with big businesses and small businesses, we can look at a small business and say, hey, you want to double? No problem. Let's implement one or two things and bam. And it happens very quickly for them. So again, I'm just going to jump in on that one. Pay attention to all my multi-hat wearers, or even some of my bigger companies that maybe have multiple trucks, but still don't have this CRM we're talking about and the lead management side of it.
Yeah. And that's really important too. And I'm glad you brought that up, Trevor, because there's a big difference between just a CRM that houses all of your customer information and one that will actually manage and help you through the sales process to close more sales.
That's right.
So you got to make sure that you have both ends of that. And I like what Trevor said there as well. He talked about automation. So your CRM should also be able to help you automate your sales process and also automate customer service, right?
Yep.
Like I know for us and with the CRM that we utilize, we have emails going out. We have all these automations that are in place that make it so much easier for our team to do the job that they're doing and give them the ability to help so many more customers all at the exact same time because of automation. So you can have automation in customer service and sales if you're choosing the right CRM there. The other thing that we talked about is just having your team on the same page. That's really important, right? Making sure that everybody in the company has a resource where they can go to know exactly what's going on with the client. So those are a lot of the reasons why you should be using a CRM. Another reason why, me, I love stats. I love facts. So I went out and I found one, and there was a study done, and it showed that every dollar spent on a CRM returns $8.71. So awesome. It either returns that in new sales, right? Leads that were closed that you wouldn't have closed otherwise because of the automated follow-up, or it could be in employee hours because you've reduced the amount of hours that employees need to spend on specific tasks. So there is a huge benefit coming back to your business as far as your return on investment when you do invest in the right CRM.
Awesome.
All right, Trevor, what else you got?
Oh, I was just going to say, that's the thing is there are a lot of CRM systems out there, and there are a lot that are very robust and confusing and expensive. Yes. And a lot of people it's hard for them to take that step because they're going, man, I'm only going to use 10% of this. And I just can't afford to spend all that money to utilize 10% of this. Or maybe they spend it, but they're just not maximizing it because it's so robust. They have no idea how to set it up and implement it and utilize it to the max. And so that is something that you should pay attention to as well, because you may already be utilizing a CRM that does a lot more for you, but it's just too robust. It's just too confusing. And so that's one thing. One thing that I would say is if you have a CRM and are not happy with it, or if you aren't currently using a CRM, well, I'm going to give a little teaser. Pay attention to So Tell Us and what's coming. Pay attention to our announcements. Pay attention to our social media. we've got something pretty awesome coming. And you know us. If you are a current client, then you know we build things specifically for what our client needs are. And what that means usually is A, it's got to be effective. B, it's got to be simple. C, it's got to be trackable. And D, it's got to give results, right? And so just get excited. That's all I can say, because I'm excited. Troy's excited. We got some pretty big things in the works, and I think you guys are all going to be excited too. So pay attention, and hey, reach out to us if you'd like. You can even reach out. Maybe we'll give you a little teaser. Maybe let you join a beta. We'll see. I don't know. All right, guys, let's jump into homework. Troy, you good other than that?
Nope, that's it. Go to the homework.
Okay, perfect. Let's take homework. All right. Take a look at how you are currently managing your potential customers and your customer information, and start organizing it all to get it ready to jump into a CRM, to put it into a CRM. Now, so what I'm saying is, if you're not utilizing CRM, start organizing everything so that we can easily get it put into a CRM for you. That would be the big thing. Now, if you are utilizing a CRM, but you're not maximizing it, well, then, hey, I would say look into maximizing it. If it's too robust or too confusing or too expensive and you've been on the fence anyways, well, then something's coming. But guys, just understand, a CRM is so much more than just a place where your customers have some notes about them, right? It can do so much, or should do so much more for you. It should be a money maker, is my opinion. That's the goal in my mind of a CRM. Okay. All right, guys. Well, we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you. I know there was a lot of people out there thinking of me, praying for me. I know a lot of our listeners did know what was going on, and we really appreciate that. It was felt, and I am back, and I'm feeling good, and I'm excited. Troy and I are off to another event in a couple of weeks, and guess what? It's back in Texas. So let's just hope Texas wasn't a curse on me. Let's hope that was a one-time thing, but this time we'll be back in Houston, and we're so excited to be doing that. So for all of our listeners, if any of you are going to that event in Houston, we will see you there, and we are so excited. For everybody else, please share, like, comment. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on Facebook. Check us out on YouTube. We're recording this. It was funny because I saw a lot more interaction and a lot more views and comments for our last episode when we were talking about our new background. So still, I would love to hear about that. If you haven't jumped on YouTube and checked out our new background that I created for our show, let me know what you think. We really appreciate you guys. We love you. We will check you guys out on the next episode of So Tell Us Time.